Good evening and welcome to the Congo Hour. I am your host, Wayna, and Trippy is on his way. As always, we have a fun and exciting show for all the ladies out there. My first guest is going to be a young lady by the name of Doodles who has a lash bar. Yes, a lash bar. And you can go there and get your lashes done and your makeup done as well. And then we have Mr. Gregory Chambers, who's coming from the Delaware. Let me get I don't want to say it wrong. Wait a minute. The Delaware River and Bay Authority. And then we have Sean Baker to come talk about Wellness Day here in Wilmington. And of course, we have some community news and our funeral announcements. And the favorite part of the Congo Hour, Sammy's Corner, will be taking place promptly at 8:30 this evening. So make sure that you stay tuned. And I don't know how many Dallas fans we have out there, but yay, yay for Dallas. We beat the Eagles. I think I hear some people moaning in the background here. I want to say before we get started, so that I don't forget, I want to say happy birthday to a dear person, Mr. Bobby Henderson. And we do have a picture of Mr. Henderson. There's Mr. Henderson. So we want to say happy birthday to Mr. Henderson. He celebrates his birthday on September the 21st. So congratulations on another year of life. Also want to invite everyone to come out this Tuesday, which is the 22nd, to the Route 9 Library Innovation Center groundbreaking, which will be held directly across from Bolarama. And this is like, we are so excited that the county executive and Councilman Jay Street and others have worked very hard to have the Innovation Center come to Route 9. It will definitely help our community out. So if you're not doing anything, and even if you have to take an early lunch break, please make sure that you come out. It is at 10 a.m. on this Tuesday, the 22nd, right straight across from Bolarama. All right, so I'm going to go to my first guest. Welcome to the Congo Hour, ladies.
Thank you very much.
You excited?
I'm very excited.
You are?
Yes.
Good.
Thank you.
So I'll have you both introduce yourselves and give us your names first.
My name is Shawana Ward Chamberlain. I'm also known as Doodles.
My name is Brianne Shell.
Okay, and Doodles, you actually own the Lash Bar.
Yes, I just actually opened on August the 22nd, 3646 Silverside Road in Tallyville Shopping Center. And we specialize in makeup, lashes. We have tween parties. We'll do bachelorette parties. Like I said, we specialize in lashes of all different types of budgets.
Okay, and I must say that I went to Doodles. My first time was maybe 3 weeks ago or something, and I love her because she's very patient. I love that you explained the product. Like that was really, I was like taking mental notes about you, just so you'll know.
Thank you.
You explained the product. I like when you said, okay, the time is now 10 minutes to 5. We have 15 more minutes. I was like, wow. It was like very personable. And the other thing that I like is that you have lashes for everyone.
Yes.
So from natural to like the exotic lashes.
Extreme
Yes,
lashes,
yes.
yeah.
So,
And we also carry our own strip lashes and eyelash extensions.
okay, all right. So what made you get into the business?
Well, I wanted to do a business that I'll have some type of control of, or a business that I can be a part of it, not just run it. So I was just basically thinking of things that I could do, and I've always been in beauty, so eyelash extensions, I always wear eyelash, and it actually started from there, working in my home and just building a clientele that it came about where I needed a business.
Okay. I wish we could have brought a picture of your shop.
Oh,
I
yeah.
definitely have to. I'll bring pictures in to show people the shop
Okay,
because
thank you.
it's beautiful.
Thank you
And
very
you
much.
you're a makeup artist.
Correct.
Okay.
I do makeup. I do eyelash extensions as well. That's how me and Doodles got connected. I was interested into getting to further in my beauty career because I'm a licensed esthetician. So I want to further my beauty career, so I decided to get into eyelash extensions, and then from there, we kind of just clicked, and
Yeah.
now I do eyelash extensions, and I also do makeup as well.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like a major part to my business. Like, she's a major part, and I really appreciate her.
Okay. Now, your hours of operation.
Well, they actually vary. We're closed on Sundays and Mondays, and on Tuesday through Thursday, we open at 11. We're usually closed about 6 or 7 unless there's an appointment, we'll stay open. And Fridays and Saturdays, we open at 11, and we're there sometimes till 11 at night, so it all
Okay.
depends.
Okay. That's the other thing that I did like about you, that you accommodated me when I had an emergency. And not every place that you can go to will say, okay, I'll meet you there, to be like, no, we don't open up till Tuesday, so you just
Yeah.
one eye banded until you can get here.
No,
So
I do try to accommodate everyone because I know everyone's schedule is different, and I really appreciate my customers, and I just want to be there for them whenever they need me.
okay, all right. So please, I want you to make sure that you support Doodles. She has a beautiful salon that's on Silverside Road. We'll put the number and the address back up on the screen. When you call her, let her know that you saw her on the Congo Hour.
Give them a
And is there anything you wanted to say before we close?
Well, if you actually mention that you've seen us on Congo Hour, we'll actually do a 10% discount.
Oh, okay.
So that's
All
what
right,
we'll
I
do.
saw you on the Congo
I
Hour.
got you,
Okay.
I got you.
All right, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you
All
for
right,
having us.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to take a quick break, and actually during our break, you're going to see segments of the Senior Cookout, which was on Labor Day Monday, thanks to Abin and his team. And after that, we'll be back with our next guest.
Welcome back to the Congo Hour. We hope that you enjoyed our first interview. Now we have Mr. Sean Baker. He is here from the city of Wilmington to talk about Wilmington Wellness Day.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having our committee.
You're welcome. So tell us about Wellness Day.
This is our 15th year doing Wilmington Wellness Day in the city of Wilmington. We hope to get about 1,000 to 1,500 people come out on a Saturday, and they just come and do different activities. We'll have about 45 to 50 exhibitors, led by Christina Kerr, which will have 15 tables. They'll do some screenings, they'll do some blood work, they'll do some HIV testing, they'll do some dental screenings inside Old Hotel DuPont, and it's just a good activity. We have a committee of about 10 to 12 people that put it together. Also with City Council, the Mayor's Office have contributed to us. We charge $40 a table, but if necessary, that fee can be waived. We have somebody that wants to do a table, and we're still taking tables up to the 22nd. So we're looking forward to it. Our committee is Allison Lang, Ms. Levada White, Gay Council, Chrissy Shearing, all people that are really healthcare professionals around the city and around Newcastle County. So we're looking forward to it. We're getting ready. It's getting close to game time. We're about 12, 14 days away, so we're getting ready to get it done.
So where's it going to be, Sean?
Rodney Square, Rodney Square from 11 to 3 on Saturday, October the 3rd.
Okay. And when you say tables, people that are in the health industry that you're looking for tables, or what type of tables are you trying to fill?
Yes, that's correct. Anybody that's in the health field, we want to offer them a table to come in and do some different things, some blood pressure screening, some different types of things. Last year we had a Delaware Black Nurses game, and they brought a crew of 7 people, and it was just an outstanding activity. We just have a great time. We have a lunch and learn session. We also have, we feed all the exhibitors for free, and we just have a good time. We have a kids corner, which is done by the Central Branch YMCA. Which is done by Chrissy Sharing, and they come and the kids can play on the moon bounce. The kids can do some slide things. And we also have some nutritional things.
Okay.
This is a free event, right?
Yes, free
Okay.
event, free of charge, free of charge.
So
Free of
someone
charge.
who just wants to go and get a health checkup, they can go get, you said blood pressure check, they can get
Eye screening,
okay.
dental screening, blood pressure check, HIV testing, all kinds of types of screenings that we're doing. Hopefully, we'll be able to do different types, and we have a lot of things going on.
They don't have to register, do they? They
No,
can come.
when they come to the event, they'll go to the registration table,
Okay.
and we'll give them a passport.
Okay.
And what that is, it has all the exhibitors on it, all the people that they're going to, and if they go to at least 5 to 7 exhibitors, they get a free lunch.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, it's
wow.
encouragement. We try to make that an encouragement so they just don't walk around.
Right.
You know, we want them doing something. We want them doing something that's healthy. You know, it's based on our Healthy Wilmington 2020, which the Wilmington Health Planning Council comes from. The Wilmington Wellness Day comes from the Wilmington Health Planning Council. So we want them to do some different things and find out what's wrong. And then we also have some referrals. If we find something that's wrong, they get referred, and then after that, we keep a phone number and a list, and then we'll call them follow-up, call them after that, and get them referred to a doctor.
That's wonderful.
Do you need volunteers at all?
Yes, we want as many volunteers as we can get. We have some volunteers. Delaware Military Academy has given us some. Miss Audrey Boyer is our volunteer and our registration person, and she's has some people coming. But the more we could get, the better. We can always put them to work.
And what kind of volunteer work do you need done?
Well, they'll come around and they'll pass out the bags. They can hand out lunches. They can seat people. They can put the tables and the chairs down. They can do the tablecloths. There's a lot of things that goes on that day. We usually get there about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and try to be ready to go at 10:45.
All right. Are there any age requirements for volunteers?
No, they can be-
For the volunteers.
No,
No?
not at all.
Okay.
They can be any age.
Okay.
You know, we don't want any 5-year-olds, but
Right.
anybody of reasonable, high school age would be great to have.
Oh, that's good because I get inboxes for high school students who need volunteer hours. So this is a perfect opportunity
Yep.
for them. So the number that we have on the screen, 576-3828, is the number to call to volunteer and to get a table?
Yes, that'll be fine. That's my number in my office. So we've been able to run it through Parks and Rec, and also, as I said, the mayor's office and city council to make it happen.
All right. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on
Thank
the
you for
show.
having me. It's always
You're
a pleasure.
welcome.
Always
All
a
right.
pleasure.
Okay. So we're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back with our next guest. Good evening and welcome back to the Congo Hour. We are going into our next interview with Mr. Gregory Chambers, and I will have him introduce his guest. Welcome to the Congo Hour.
Wayne and Trippy, thank you for having us on.
You're
welcome.
welcome.
It's been a while.
Well, it's been a while.
Right.
Yeah, and certainly it's a pleasure and always delightful to come on and share information with you guys. And in this particular case, we want to talk about the Delaware River and Bay Authority,
Okay.
and in particular, the police department. A lot of people don't know we have a full-fledged police department, and I'm happy that we are joined this evening by our colonel, Rick Arroyo. Rick actually has over 40 years in law enforcement. He retired as the lieutenant colonel for the state of New Jersey.
Okay.
And we're so just fortunate to have him. And we've been going through a process, as you know, part of what I do is work with all of the department heads around recruitment and outreach, particularly minority community, specific kinds of jobs.
Okay.
And so we wanted to focus on getting information out in the community about our police department. We're getting ready to go through a recruit class. Of course, the deadline for that has since passed, but we want to make certain that people keep an opportunity to look on our website, because there will be opportunities in the future. We do have one high-level position that we are actually recruiting for. We've started that process. That's still on the website, and that is Lieutenant Colonel, which will work directly for the Colonel. So I'm going to turn that over to him and let him tell you a little bit about his background and what we're trying to do in terms of outreach in the community for minority recruitment.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Chambers certainly gave me a great introduction. I am retired from the New Jersey State Police. I retired as a Lieutenant Colonel of Homeland Security. That's really with that background what brought me over to the Delaware River Bay Authority. And a lot of people think we just patrol the bridge, but really we have full authority in New Jersey and Delaware, and one of our troops is the bridge, and that's our troop 1. We have 3 troops. We also have Troop 2 is in Cape May, and that's the Cape May Lewis Ferry. Troop 3 would be in Lewis. But not only do we patrol the ferries, we also have 5 airports. We have the Cape May Airport, Millville Airport, both in New Jersey. We also have the Newcastle Airport right here, the Newcastle Wilmington Airport. We have the Delaware Air Park, and also the Civil Air Terminal at Dover Air Force Base.
I never knew that. When you say you said you have full authority in Delaware, can you explain that to me?
Full authority, we utilize the Delaware State Police Academy for our recruit training. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, our next class, we're going to put people into that class in March. And as Mr. Chambers has already stated, hey, we're always looking for good people. If you go on our webpage, you'll see job opportunities when we'll have another test. And as far as full authority, we patrol Delaware and New Jersey just as the state police would.
Oh, okay.
Because we have to, again, we patrol here at the bridge, and a portion of that bridge is in Delaware, another portion is in New Jersey. So our officers are trained both in Delaware and New Jersey, and they can have arrest powers and all the powers of law enforcement in both states. It's a unique police department. So,
How many people are in your police department?
well, you know, that's something that we try not to really put out, only
okay.
because of our staffing. You never really want
Oh,
people to know exactly.
right,
I can tell you it's over 50.
Okay.
All
right.
And we're continually trying to grow and increase those numbers. And again, we also have security officers, and security officers don't have the full law enforcement authority, but they assist us, and that's usually at the Delaware Lewis terminals.
Okay, and the job that Mr. Chambers talked about that's posted, what are the qualifications for it?
And that's going to be Lieutenant Colonel's position. That's the second person in charge. So in our rank structure, they would fall right under me. That person has to have a minimum of a bachelor's degree. They have to have a rank above the rank of captain with prior law enforcement experience. So it's an administrative position. So those are the minimum requirements. A rank of captain in another law enforcement agency or above the rank of captain, and a bachelor's degree.
Okay, now I didn't, you said that they can go to the website. I didn't get that. I did get the phone number. What's the website?
Yes, the website is www.drba.net. Again, www.drba.net.
Okay,
And if you go on the website and you click on employment opportunities, and all our various jobs will come up, and you can see those that are listed. If I could put a quick plug in here, other than the police department, there is a position that my boss is looking for, which is who's the Chief Human Resource Officer for the Delaware Ribbon Bay Authority. And there is a position also posted for administrative assistant to her.
okay.
So we're actually doing a outreach to that. And while we're talking about, you know, recruitment in terms of minority recruitment in the police department, we also are interested in making certain that women apply for our jobs in the police department as well.
Okay, well, thank you.
I know you said that the current class has already, the deadline has already passed, but how often
Yeah.
do you have recruitment classes?
Currently, we've been doing it once a year.
Okay.
I'd like to try to move that up to twice a year. And again, as Gregory had stated, females in law enforcement are extremely important. And right now, it seems like the job's not enticing to females right at this particular moment. So we really do want to try to recruit minorities and females. Extremely important, very, very important in law enforcement. I'd like to see that pick up again, because even since I've been here 2 years, I can see that our testing process hasn't had enough females.
Okay. Well, please feel free to come back whenever whenever your next recruiting class is gets close, so we can put the word out for you.
I told the colonel I want to make certain that he's visible in the community. We keep DRBA Police Department on the forefront. We're going to continue to do that. And just on a side note, let me just also say that one of the things that I do is also diversity training.
Okay.
And starting tomorrow morning, I will be doing, for the next 8 days, all of the police officers on a session called Unconscious Bias. Not only to be able to work together within their own ranking structure, but they have to be out in the community and connecting with all sorts of individuals. So they have to be aware of diversity.
Okay, well, you have my number. We'll get you
Absolutely.
back on.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to take another break, and we'll be back with our favorite part of the show, Sammy's Corner.
It's amazing how fast we can. Hello and welcome back to the Congo Hour. Right now we're going to have Sammy's Corner, and he is joined by Mr. Bovell, and Bovell is coming on to talk about the Million Man March. All right, welcome. You haven't been here in a few weeks, so have you?
Well, you know,
I know
I
it's
get
my
kicked to
fault.
the corner.
Sorry, it's our fault again. I'm glad to see you though.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I've got a couple announcements to make tonight. So
Oh, I forgot about this.
we have to surely
yeah,
take
please-
care of
please
Mr.
stay tuned.
Bovell.
Please stay tuned for this announcement. Again, this is like a re-announcement, but still an announcement. So please stay tuned for the. Forgot all about that. Welcome to the show, Bovell.
Hey, thank you for having me,
What's
the
going
Congo
on?
family. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure being on here. This hour is the exciting hour. We're in the last hours of what's going on today, 10/10, October 10th, 2015.
Okay.
We got a few buses leaving from Miller Road Shopping Center where the Home Depot and that Dollar Tree is at.
Right.
Brother Bovell and his company sponsored 2 buses, and they're free. They do have other buses that the mosque has sponsored as well, but those buses have a small cost once we, run out of the rooms on the free buses.
Right.
But man, this is exciting. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan is talking about justice or else, and that is so vital important. It's about a lot of things that we should really be privy to what's going on around in our America, not just the injustice and what's going on with our police departments and our justice system, but just us as a whole, people.
Right.
There's no color or creed. You got American, Indian, the Puerto Rican family, the Mexican families. He's calling on all of them to come out for this vital information. I think it's going to be exciting. And I do want to say this while you and Sammy are here, and your mom who's not here, thank you, because for the last few weeks you guys have donated any open time windows for any of the people from the local organized committee Delaware chapter, which we meet every Thursday all the way up into the March at the PAL Center from 6 to 8. You guys have donated some TV time for us to come on and speak about it. So I want to say thank you from.
So that meeting, that's every Thursday. That's an open meeting?
That's an open meeting for the
Okay.
community, and I want to say this first to the viewers too. Those who come to the meeting will be the first ones to actually fill up the seats
Okay.
on the bus. I want to thank the Juneteenth organization. They got 50 people from around the community, so we got almost one bus full with just the Juneteenth organization. And there's other small organizations that have given me a call that we really want to get the young people that's in the community to come on out and get on a bus so they can hear something different and
Right.
feel the power in movement if we move as firm as a people.
So that day on October the 10th, what time will the buses leave?
We want the buses to pull out by 7:30. 7 o'clock the buses will be there. By 7:30 we're going to have everybody that's signed up that shows up, and again the ones that's getting on the buses that I provided, they have breakfast and lunch, so there's no excuse. We got breakfast and lunch. We will be selling T-shirts, and we will be selling bean pies and cakes, and I even got buttons. But that's just to offset some of the costs, because as you know, a charter bus is not a pretty penny. But we got to give our people some kind of incentive to get out there and want to get on the bus, and that is so important.
And for people who may want to just drive down or may have other ways to get down to D.C., what time should they be in D.C.?
Well, if I were them, I want to get there by 10 a.m. The minister is going to speak early.
Okay.
He's going to speak around between 2 and 4, and we probably get a 90-minute address from the minister.
Okay.
Then after that, we'll be heading back. But what's really important, if you do catch another type of charter bus or you get a ride or you drive, you have to be mindful that you're going to have to be parking on the D.C. and Virginia border. So you're going to need $8 for a MARTA pass to take the MARTA train over and then get off about 2 blocks from the Washington Monument Mall. Now, the one thing that I've done that was really great for our buses, because I'm slightly handicapped, they let me use my handicap thing to put on the bus window. So they're going to take us all the way to the grass. So everybody on my bus going to come with at least a cane. And that's just what's going to make it exciting, man. I mean, what I'm glad about, 20 years ago I donated 2 buses, and to know that I'm still here as an active businessman, just like your family, in the community, and able to do it again, and this time feed the people both breakfast and lunch. It's an exciting thing, man. I just want to try to change the attitudes and the behaviors of our people. And another important component, if I may say, I don't know if y'all noticed, I lost another 35 pounds, but I've changed my eating diet because I don't eat any more GMOs. That's genetically modified foods.
Okay.
The seed is grape, seed is watermelon, seed is oranges. These are all fake foods. These are put in to the grounds and grown by chemical. So it has no nutritional value. So 60 is the new 90. So if you eat things that have seeds in it and with nutritional value, you get your body and your organs respond differently, and that's what it is.
Okay. That kind of leads into my dad's announcement, but I'm going to let him do that in a little bit. But congratulations on the weight loss.
Oh,
How long?
thank you, Mr. Trippy.
How long did it take you to lose it?
I've been doing this for like maybe 3 years now.
Yeah.
I lost 100 and something immediately.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys remember back in the 2006 when I was running, I was really big, and I started changing my diet, but I was noticing that I still picked up diabetes.
Okay.
And I was like, man, how do I still have diabetes and I lose the weight? Well, you know, just listen to the Honorable Louis Farrakhan and then reading some information from Dr. Eileen Muhammad out of Maryland. It's in our foods. The food is the chemical that's really killing us. As soon as I changed my diet, I went from 19 pills, ladies and gentlemen. I take no pills, I take no insulin, and I'm healthy as a lark. And I just went to the doctors and my sugar was 98. So it is in the diet. You want to know more about it? You know where I'm located on 4th and Lincoln, and I'm glad to share with my buddy Sammy. It's the food that we eat.
For people who want to know more information about the Million Man March, is there a number that they can
Yes,
call?
it is. We have, it's called the Local Organized Committee, Delaware Chapter. You can contact, you know, I'm one of the co-chairs. Brother Robert Muhammad from Mosque 35 on 20th and Washington is also a co-chair. Reverend Livingston is a co-chair. And we had a host of other co-chairs, but some people downsized their position to be there. But give us a call at 302-427-9000. That's the bail bonds, or stop by there. And we have the t-shirts there, the buttons there, and we're gonna have fresh baked goods, and this stuff is all made with natural ingredients.
Yeah, that's really important.
And I'll be glad to tell y'all more about it after the show, because it does work.
Okay.
All right, we appreciate your information.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, I will make sure that we announce it for the next few Sundays too.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'll give everybody your contact information.
Thanks again.
Okay, you want
All
to
right.
take a quick break?
Now we're gonna keep on going.
Keep on going.
Yeah, we're gonna keep on
Okay.
going for this
Well.
announcement, for this major re-announcement.
Well,
Part-
first of all,
Part 6.
I want to take the time to bring to all of our attentions the systems that are required for every socioeconomic group people to survive. And so on Saturday, one of the most unique and responsible and necessary tools that help us to communicate, that bring information like what Mr. Bovell has just talked about is necessary, because we can't get that anywhere else. So I have been, for the few years, not a few years, probably 11 years now, been totally supporting LAPA, because it is an open air. It is not waiting a week to get the information. It is something that someone could walk in this room now if there was something necessary, ask for a quick break, and come on and announce something that would have a lot of value to us. So we want to make sure that LAPA stays around, and I want to say, Mr. Bovell, I don't know of any year that you weren't totally supportive, and I really appreciate that. And all of you out there in TV land, any of you that value and have had an opportunity to watch Channel 28 for the last years when Comcast was going to shut us down, and gave the whole system to us, I guess anticipating that it wouldn't work. It has worked up to this day, but we find that it is very expensive. And so right now we're having a fundraiser, and we call it the Oldies Dance. And that dance will be held on Saturday. Many of you, sometimes like me, don't want to go out, and I understand that. But we surely will appreciate your donation. Your donation will allow you to continuously enjoy Channel 28 and all the things that come on this channel. And so we are running at a deficit right now. So this dance is very important. It's more than just a oldies dance. It's an instrument that will allow us to continue our live TV. So if you can, you can call the numbers. I don't really know them right now.
You can call the funeral home number. You can call 652-8887. Once again, that number is 652-8887. if you want to purchase tickets, or if they want to, like you said, just give a donation. If they can't come, we'll do both. So
Sure.
the number again is 652-8887.
Or just drive by the funeral home and say they want to pick up a couple tickets,
Yep.
or leave a donation for some senior. We have a lot of seniors that come. They don't get a chance to get out a lot, and we provide the transportation we have a lot of volunteers that provide transportation from the high rises to, it will be held at the PAL Center this year. And so we're excited about this whole event. We've been doing it for quite a while now. So if you can, I'm begging and pleading for your support, because I think, like most things, you won't miss the water till the well runs dry. And if we lose this because you did not come forward and just make a little donation, $5, $10, $1, $100, it makes no difference. It's what we must do in order to save our channel.
Well, I want to say, I don't mean to interrupt, Mr. Congo, we're going to give 5 tickets. I'll give it to you and Trippy.
Okay.
And y'all give it to some seniors and make sure they get there.
All right.
So
We
we're going to do that
appreciate
from the
that.
local organizing committee, Delaware chapter. We're going to do 5 tickets for any 5 seniors. Just contact the Congo Funeral Home, and they'll have the money immediately after the show.
All right. Appreciate that.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right.
Now, just listening to Mr. Bovell, for the last week, or maybe 2 weeks, I have been practicing what you were talking about.
Okay.
And so today, when I was in my doctor's office, he kind of said something to me. He put his hand on my stomach and says, "This is no, it wasn't my doctor. It was Brother Kenny that owns the ShopRights."
Okay.
And he said that this is the beginning of a quick ending. So.
Wow.
Spoke the truth.
And so he was on a diet too, and he took me to his car and gave me the vitamins that will support this diet that he's on. So for the last week, I've lost a few pounds. I bought a scale today because I'm a few pounds lighter than I was in my doctor's office when I was there. But I believe what you're saying is true.
Yes, sir.
That's
And,
definitely true.
let's not get it confused. It's not a diet. It's
right.
just you're changing
Right, yeah,
the
that's
type of
true.
foods that you eat.
Yeah.
Wheat
Yeah.
is 100% genetically modified. It's not good for you. Potatoes is 100% genetically modified. And if you think about it, ladies and gentlemen, you got Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Arby's. Everybody has potatoes. They can't grow them fast enough. So the government created a chemical that reproduced the potatoes, but there's no vitamin and minerals in them. So what these chemicals do to our system, they slowly break down the pancreas, the liver, the lungs, the kidneys. And instead of us living to 90, we live to the average age of 60 because our bodies can't withstand not getting the full nutrients. So when I change to products that don't have wheat in it, and I get my milk from New Jersey, and I get my blueberries from New Jersey, and have a blueberry shake. I eat almonds and not nuts, because nuts,
Why New Jersey?
because they're about one of 3 farms in our country called America that have real live hard stock farming. Out of the 65% of farming that we used to have, we're down to under 1%. That's less than 500 farms in America. All the other farmers now just have chemicals and machines doing the farming. We don't have labor farming no more like we used to. That's something to really think about, ladies and gentlemen. So if you don't have the laborers actually helping us producing the product, the vegetable or the fruit, then what is doing it? There's a chemical base, it's shot into the ground or to certain soils, it's reproduced. Instead of 6 months, it's probably taking 2 weeks to make it.
I
That's
saw a
not
quote-
healthy.
I saw a quote one time where it talks about the government and its role in,
Yes.
in food. And it said how the government is so hard on farmers and how it would make them jump through hoops and spend all this money to say that their food is like it's natural or,
Exactly.
or they're certified or organic.
Exactly.
But for the farmers who aren't natural and who have all these chemicals and all these different man-made things that go into our food, it doesn't have any guidelines around their farming.
Isn't that amazing?
Right.
And look, corn, we eat tortilla chips and corn all the time, but corn with the insecticides in it, it gets into the flesh in the corn and it helps destroy our body. So what our government did said, we're no longer going to put insecticides in the corn no more. We're going to extract that from the corn, but still, it's a genetically modified product. So guess who does the corn farming now? Mexico. Guess where we get our corn from? Mexico. So we not really escaping it because they use insecticides. We sold all them products to them. But this is the type of stuff that the Honorable Louis Farrakhan is going to talk about. This is the stuff that they say they really shouldn't be given out into the public without proof. But the proof is in our longevity in life. The proof is in how we look. And listen, if I wasn't living proof, from 19 pills, I don't take none. I was on insulin shots. I don't take none of that. When I walked out of the doctor's Friday, he said, your sugar was 98. My sugar was always 190, 200 and something. And I changed my diet. I've done it since May. It takes some time. You're going to feel like you're getting sick, but you're really getting better because you're sick and tired of getting sick. You don't hear me.
So what's your goal?
Well, my goal is to lose 75 pounds.
Come on.
You said you lost 100, right?
That's right.
I might kick 100 in, but by that time I would have disappeared.
Nah.
So in order to have all of you in my new experience, I'm going back to my old product of if I don't, we're going to bring the scales in every
What?
Sunday,
Go ahead.
and if I don't lose
2 pounds
2 pounds
a week. Okay.
then the first caller gets $50 again,
Starting next Sunday.
starting next Sunday.
So next Sunday you're gonna have the weigh in, and then
after
the
that,
following Sunday you're gonna have to lose 2 pounds
Bought
a
a
week.
brand new scale,
Okay.
very expensive scale because I wanted to make sure it was right.
That's right.
And so I went there, and I want you to witness it. So I want maybe we can have the cameras to look at the scale.
Oh, we're
so
definitely
they
going to
can
do
see
it. We're definitely going to do that.
You say Trippy
Yeah. Not going to take your word for it. They're calling it already.
No, they got to call
Somebody's
it.
trying to win the money already.
Well, he said the first caller after he weighs in.
All right, so we're going to take a really quick break and give out your phone number one more time.
Yes, the phone number is 302-427-9000. That's 302-427-9000.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with our community news and our funeral announcements.